Hello to you fine folks out there. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm investigator Christel Bell with the Let ABC15 Know team. We are getting ready for our Social Security phone bank that's going to take place Wednesday, August 19th from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have legal experts there to answer your questions about Social Security disability benefits. And so one of the things that we do, we partner with the State Bar of Arizona to bring in legal professionals to answer your questions for free. Speaking of, this gentleman right here is going to be one of those expert volunteers that will be taking phone calls with us on August 19th. Mr. Joseph Durst of JD Disability Law Firm. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, thank you so much for volunteering because this is such a popular topic. This is something that we have saw a need for last year. You were one of the first to join us for our phone bank last year and coming back again this year to answer the phone calls. But we saw a need. And so we wanted to be able to give this to our viewers. And so this is such a great benefit to have you and all of the other volunteers that'll be with us next week to answer the phone call. So let's just dive into it and talk about it. First of all, explain how do you help people navigate through, the requirements, the medical evidence, the administration process with filing for Social Security disability?
Well, it's a very complex process to file for Social Security disability. You're dealing with the Social Security Administration, and there are quite a few rules that we have to navigate to get you qualified. A lot of people, I think you just go online, you file the application, Social Security gets your records, and they eventually make a decision. That's how it's supposed to work.
It
But
doesn't.
doesn't really work that way. Okay. For one, there are a lot of regulations for qualifications. How do you get an application filed? And then there are a lot of things that maybe most claimants that apply for disability don't know that we know as attorneys. For example, how many efforts does the government make to get your medical records? And what can you do to improve your chances?
So, who qualifies basically for Social Security disability? I know that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are a few different programs that the Social Security Administration offers for disabled people. The one that most people think of is what I call earned disability. It's also called SSDI. That's the technical name. That's based off your work history. So you have to have worked, we generally say full time within 5 of the last 10 years. So actually you have to have worked 5 out of the last 10 years. There's another type of disability, which we kind of call welfare disability, is called SSI. You don't have to have worked to qualify for that, but you do have to be sort of at the poverty level. So they do a financial check for that. And then there are some other programs for widows and people who maybe are applying under someone else's work record.
Okay, gotcha. So we were kind of talking a few minutes ago. Tell me, kind of, what are some of the biggest challenges right now Arizonans are seeing when they're filing for benefits right now? There's been some challenges with the
Yeah.
administration. So, what are some of those?
Especially in the last couple of years since Trump has taken back over, they had some changes. I think everybody remembers the Elon Musk coming in and laying off a lot of people or cleaning house with a lot of the administrations. And that happened at Social Security as well. So what we've seen is a huge increase in the wait times for disability determinations. We've also seen a lot less people answering the phone, and we've seen a lot less people who are well trained over there. So it helps to have an attorney or someone who knows the system who can sort of, walk even sometimes the Social Security Administration employees through here's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, because one thing I always want to know, people often ask the question, I was denied Social Security benefits. Does that mean, I don't have a case? Is that the case?
That's not the case. In fact, I was looking at the 2025 numbers. So they released those sort of first quarter of the next year once they get all the numbers. So they found that about 62% of people are denied on their initial application. If they appeal that, 83% are denied. But if you go through the whole process to a disability hearing, about 72% of applications are eventually granted. So you have to go through the appeal process, and most people give up. That's why most people call me when they've been denied, and we help them through the appeal process and then go to hearing.
So would you say it's safer, it's easier, it's a lot less stressful to just have someone to help you navigate through it beforehand? Don't wait till you're denied, because it almost seems like it's a given. You're going to be denied. There's going to say I mean,
Yeah.
very few people actually get through on the first try. Is that
As
safe to say?
as an attorney, from a practice standpoint, there's a lot of things that we can do to help you.
Hmm.
It's actually easier for us to get involved if you have been denied. One, you realize that it's not going to be a slam dunk easy case, so you're not going to regret hiring us because we do take a fee if we win. If we don't win, you pay us nothing.
Hmm.
The other issue is just getting Social Security to acknowledge representation is hard to do at the initial application. We essentially have to have an application filed before I can submit my paperwork. So it's very difficult for us to get involved in the beginning of a case.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
you've been denied, it's very easy for us to get in there and make sure we fix the problems that occurred that caused the denial.
What are some of those reasons you see for denial? Is it not enough medical evidence, not the right paperwork form? Like, what is it that we typically see those denials for?
So the main things I'd say is one, Social Security doesn't make much effort to get your medical records. So they may send one fax to your doctor. If your doctor doesn't fill it, they may decide just say we don't have enough evidence, denied, and that's a 9-month wait to get that denial.
Wow. 9 months?
Yes, yeah, that's the average, 9 to 12 months. The other issue is a lot of people get paperwork from Social Security that Social Security wants them to fill out, and they don't do it, or they don't do a thorough job filling out the form. That's something that we help with, explaining here's what they want to know.
Okay.
So,
Let's go back to this 9 months because you have me stumped at this. Okay.
mhm,
9 months is the process. So what happens in that time frame of people waiting to hear something?
nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
So the
That's the most
average,
difficult and
yeah.
frustrating part, I can assume.
So when you file an application, Social Security will send you paperwork,
Hmm.
and you have to fill it out. They'll send medical releases so they can get your records. They'll send a lot of stuff up front, and then they send it to a separate agency called Disability Determination Services. That agency has a backlog, and you have to be assigned a disability examiner. This is the person who decides your case.
Okay.
The wait time is 9 months generally to get that person assigned. And then that person takes a few months after that. So you'll see a long period where nothing's happening.
Hmm.
And then suddenly you'll start getting letters or calls from the examiner because they've finally been assigned. And then they'll start working on the case. So that's something that we're very frustrated with at
Uh-huh.
J Disability. And there's very little we can do about that wait time.
Right. So I guess my question too, because sometimes I think about a family who may have had a sudden sudden serious medical condition.
Hmm.
They're not able to work, and so they need to fill in the gap to continue to pay bills, and that's typically kind of what we see.
Yeah.
A lot of cases of
Hmm.
people needing disability immediate assistance because they've suffered from some type of medical condition.
Yeah.
What do we need to do in terms of trying to be prepared for something if something like this happens? um, what should loved ones know? What should we do when it comes to getting those medical records and helping expedite the process as much as you can?
Well, first of all, I think it's very important to get medical treatment for whatever conditions are
Hmm.
affecting your ability to work. Because if you don't have the diagnosis, I've had cases where I knew my client was disabled, but we couldn't prove it because they had never gotten that MRI of their back,
Oh,
or they had
wow.
never, and we all know how long it takes for insurance to approve things.
Yes.
So while you're waiting that 9 months, get into the doctor and get your diagnosis or get whatever treatment you need to get. That's one thing. The other thing is people don't realize that you can work and still be disabled. You just can't work full time. You have to be considered unable to perform full time work.
Did not know that.
But you can
Yes.
make up to 2026, I believe it's 1620 per month
Okay.
in wages and still be considered disabled as long as it's part-time.
Hmm.
Once you get above that or you get closer to full-time hours, then it gets harder to prove that you couldn't work a full-time job.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So you are still able to work. Let's talk a little bit about back pay
Yeah.
because that comes in a lot
Hmm.
when we're in this process of waiting,
Yeah.
right? Explain kind of how that works. How does back pay
Okay.
work? In a
So,
in a in a in a real
yeah.
simple term, right?
Yeah. So let's say you stopped working January 1st of 2026. and because of your medical problem, or you had an on-the-job injury, or you just had to stop, and you apply for disability January 2nd. Well, there's the only back pay that accumulates is from when you stopped working.
Okay.
However, let's say you waited a year until January 1st of 2027. You can still get that full year of back pay for all of 2026 because Social Security will pay you 1 year of back pay. Now, if you wait till 2028 and they find you disabled, they're only going to pay you back 1 year from when you filed. So what I tell people, once you've been out of work for more than a year, you're starting to lose back pay. So you should get your application filed.
Okay.
You
Good to
should anyway, because you're going to wait a long time.
Right. You should all so just go ahead and get
Just
it done.
get
Get it
in
done.
and file. Don't even wait to talk to an attorney. Just call Social Security and file.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about, what determines the benefit amount? I know it varies, but how can you kind of at least have an idea of what your benefits amount will be?
So your benefit amount is essentially your full retirement amount. So if you're a worker, you can look that up on your My SSA account, or you can call Social Security, and everybody's is different. So I've seen benefits amount $3,000 a month. I've seen it as low as $400 a month, depending on your work history, how much you paid into the system. If it's SSI, which is the welfare benefit, you obviously didn't pay into the system, and they just have a capped amount. I believe it's $997 a month, and that's reduced by any help you get from friends and family or any income you have coming in.
Okay.
They can take a third of that away, so it's not a lot of money. But
Yeah.
if you want to know what your benefit amount is, again, that's something that even as attorneys, we don't have the ability to look up, but you can call Social Security easily and find that out.
Okay. And then the other thing, you mentioned this too. Should everybody have one of those accounts is it socialsecurity.gov to kind of look at their benefits to see what
Yeah.
they're paying in?
If you just Google My SSA,
Okay.
MYSSA, you'll find their official login. Now, I believe that you have to have a credit card just to verify your identity. They charge $1 and then remove it from your card. At least that's how they did it before.
Okay.
I'm not sure how Trump has changed that, if they have. I know they did change identity verification procedures over there last year. So,
Okay. All right.
but I think everybody should have that account.
Just to kind of see to make sure
Yeah.
everything looks legit and numbers are right.
Yeah, you can see how much your benefit amount is. There's a calculator on there that can tell you, if I retired at this age versus, later, how much you would get based on what your earnings record is now. You can also see if you have enough credits. The
Okay.
credits is how you apply for SSDI. So you have to look at that to see if you could even apply for it. So there's a lot of information on there.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so let's talk about what's the difference between a disability lawyer and a disability advocate?
Well, sorry, I was just taking a drink of water.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, a disability attorney is an attorney. So we're licensed attorneys. I'm
Okay.
licensed in the state of Arizona.
Okay.
Even though I actually have clients in Oregon, Washington, Utah, Texas,
Okay.
Nevada. We can practice across state lines
Okay.
because Social Security recognizes non-attorneys that can represent you as well. There are some very good non-attorney advocates out there. I would say if you're paying the same amount, why not have an attorney? Because we're held to the state ethical standards, and we went to law school. So I think there's more benefit there.
Okay, gotcha. I want to go back to talking about the appeal process because I'm telling you, I just cannot believe I did not know that process takes so long. So, okay, let's just say you want to appeal, you were denied. What happens, or how many days do you have to appeal a denial, and what happens if you miss that deadline?
Okay. Yeah. So this is something that we see a lot of. So you have 60 days to appeal a denial. A lot of times people will call me and say, I got denied a few months ago. Well, we need to know exactly when you were denied. Do you have the notice? No, I threw it away. A lot of people say that because they get so upset that they got denied, they
Wow.
throw it away, then they don't remember the date. If you miss the 60-day deadline, which, by the way, filing an appeal is very easy for us, especially. It's as easy as just calling Social Security or sending a letter saying, I disagree. I want to appeal this. And they're supposed to go through the process and make sure everything's done to support that appeal. If you miss the deadline, Social Security will accept a late appeal, but you have to have a good reason or excuse why you missed it. Maybe you were in the hospital. Maybe you were mentally not in a coma or something.
That's
But if you
possible.
did it, if you're an adult and you just missed the deadline,
That's not a
you have
good
to
enough.
start over.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
you have to start over and it's been more than a year since you stopped working, now you've lost that back pay because they're
What we
not
just
going to
talked
they're
about.
not going to reopen that old application for you.
It's almost like you starting completely over new. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important to keep track of the times, the dates of when you receive those letters.
Yeah.
Don't throw them away.
Yep.
Keep that information, and then use that if so that you can stay on track of when
Yeah.
that denial was done, when you need to appeal, so that you can stay within that time
Yeah.
frame.
And that's another reason to have an advocate or an attorney
Yeah,
representing
because
you.
that's so overwhelming to keep up with.
Yeah. We
You're
keep
dealing
track of
with a
those
medical
dates.
condition, and then you got to keep track of all of that.
Yeah.
You can see how it can be overwhelming.
We also get more information from Social Security than they give claimants, which I think
Okay.
is actually not fair to people who are unrepresented. But it's just the fact of the matter. Every single day at 4 p.m., I get an email on every case that's been decided that day. So we know if it was denied, if it was favorable that day. And we put it in our system to remind us if it's been denied, here's the deadline to appeal. Sometimes we can't get a hold of our client to see if they want to appeal, which they usually do.
Okay.
But sometimes we just can't reach them. Maybe your phone number's changed, or some clients are homeless, they lose their phone, we can't get a hold of them. We will file the appeal if we don't know where our client is. So we're preserving that appeal for you, even if we don't know where you are or if you're still pursuing disability.
And that happens. Does that happen quite often, or that's
Happens
not a lot?
5% of the time, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it happens a lot for considering. I think a lot of attorneys don't have this same problem of losing track of their clients sometimes, but
Yeah.
during a long, several months long period of time, there's a lot of time where we just are waiting. And so if a client moves or changes their number or something, sometimes they forget to tell us. And then we get the denial and we try and call them, numbers disconnected. We default to, we're just going to file the appeal because I've had clients resurface 6 months later. What's going on with my case?
Yeah.
Well, we appealed it because we couldn't reach you.
Right.
And
Right.
glad we did because you're still in it.
Okay.
So-
Gotcha. Okay. What are some of the biggest takeaways that you want people to understand if they're trying to get through this disability process?
One big takeaway I would say is I tell my clients I don't really trust the online application process with Social Security. I've done it before for clients. I find it confusing. And I've had many, many clients who said they filed an application when they contacted me. They said, I'm waiting for something, nothing's happening. I said, well, that's probably normal because you have to wait 6 to 9 months roughly to get an examiner, depending on the state. So it's likely that you haven't heard anything. So then we sign up with them and we send our paperwork to Social Security. Social Security comes back and says, this person never filed an application. Because the online process is so confusing, there's a lot more that you have to do than just hitting submit. And sometimes people don't realize that. If Social Security mails you a form and they mail it to the wrong apartment number, you don't get it. If you don't get it and don't return it to Social Security just throws your application away. So what I tell people, do it over the phone.
Okay.
Because when
And
you do
that
it
is
over the
an
phone,
option.
it is. That's the best option.
Okay.
Because then you're talking to a Social Security employee. That person knows everything that needs to go into the application, and they will fill out all the forms for you over the phone.
Okay.
And so the only time you have a completed application in one sitting is if you do it over the phone.
It may take a while to get through.
Well, we can offer you the local numbers, which they used to have.
Okay.
They deleted them during COVID and they made it the national line. Now, the national line will put you on hold for about 2 hours. So if you call the local numbers, like there's one on Tatum and Bell, that's a 5-minute, 10-minute wait to talk to a Social Security employee. So we have those numbers. I'm thinking about putting them on our website so that everybody has access to them because they used to be on Social Security's website. But I think what we'll probably do is put those up on our website eventually.
Joseph Durst of J Disability Law Firm talking with us today about Social Security benefits and disability. Thank you so much for just this insightful conversation. Again, he's going to join us. Joseph is going to join us for our phone bank that's happening August 19th from 5 to 7, where you will be able to call in and speak to other legal experts just like him, have your questions answered for free. It's again August 19th, 5 to 7 p.m. So tune in to our 5 p.m. newscast. We'll give you the number to call once that phone bank goes live that you can call in. Again, free help because it is such a tedious situation, a procedure to navigate through. So again, we want to be able to provide this free assistance to you. August 19th, our Ask an Attorney phone bank for Social Security disability happening with the State Bar of Arizona, August 19th from 5 to 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in to call to have your questions answered by our legal experts. Joseph, thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time.